Hi guys. So I wanted to come on and to touch on some stories that are out here. Now I thought I had this clip of Andrew. Um, so I might have to put you guys on a. Oh, you might not hear me saying much because I'm going to be looking for this clip. But yeah, I wanted to touch on some stories that are out here, and one of the stories that's out here is Andrew Caldwell. I think I picked the wrong clip, and I'm not sure if I can play what is it called? All Black over here. So on YouTube. So that's the reason that I'm not going to post the actual clip of her talking to him. He was interviewed by here it is by Regine Carter, who is on a show on this network, Watch All Black. I don't know if it's a streaming service. I don't like I told you, I don't know. But honest, I don't know if it's a streaming service or a cable channel, but it's called All Black, and they have a show on there called Social Society. And I believe Kendra G is also on a part of that, and Kendall and Regine Carter. And so I'm going to play just a clip of her asking Andrew about Natalie Nunn. Now, I don't know why he's going in on her. This is what I'm coming to the people for. So y'all can let me know what's going on. I know right before Bad Boys was getting ready to come out on Zeus Network, Andrew went live and he was saying a bunch of stuff about Zeus in general, right? That don't watch the show because he's not really a part of the show. And so they came out and said, no, that's not true. He is a part of the show, but to my understanding, he's really not. And I'll come back, but I wanted to let you guys listen to what he said to Regine.
I do. So I wanted to say, when I left, she was one of the first people to reach out to me. One of the first people to reach out. Hey, babe, this is Natalie. Come on, we're sorry. We want to take you to. We want to take you, the boys, to church. Number one, I don't play with God.
Right.
Okay. Number two, how we gonna put our difference to the side because we have no beef. But the only thing I can do for her is get her face repaired.
Oh.
So you got the best doctor to do face? Because, on the side of the face, it's like really crumpled up, chopped up.
Oh.
And makeup won't do it. MAC won't do it.
Oh, well, damn. Okay. Have anything to say about Natalie Nunn?
Regina was like, oh, okay, that's what we doing. I don't blame her because I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, you got the best doctor for the face. Andrew, y'all know if y'all are familiar with Andrew gonna say it how he mean it, child. We don't know what he mean, but he's gonna say it how he mean it. So I don't know what happened. And to my understanding, because I'm not watching the show, that's why I'm saying I'm coming to you guys. You guys can let me know what's really going on or what you think is going on if you are watching it, because he kind of came. Because his phone just clicked in. Anyway, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but to my understanding from reading comments and stuff, people are saying Andrew's not on the show. So they kind of were using the fact that he was supposed to be on the show, I guess. I don't know what led up to him leaving the set, because the way he explained it when he went live was that he was there and then something happened, like in the very, very, very beginning, like even probably within the first episode, and he was no longer there after that. So what they were doing in his mind was advertising like Andrew's a part of the show, and then Andrew is one of the biggest personalities that's in that lineup, to be honest, right? Because most of the guys that I know of, I know of them from Instagram, and so he was outside of Milan, Christopher. He was probably the next biggest personality that they had booked for that, and so he's saying, he wasn't a part of it, but they used him in that advertisement. And so kind of wanted to come out and let everyone know that he wasn't going to be a part of the show. Don't go to Zeus if you were going to Zeus for him. Now, because there had other people on there like Milan Christopher and Gutta K and Darrell, the guy where the money resides, and some other people that you guys may be familiar with. Some of the guys I'm not familiar with them, and of course Carry On Franklin, and then some of them I was familiar. But people could be tuning in for whomever it is that they like or that they're following, right, on social media. And so I don't know what happened. And so that's kind of what I wanted to find out from you guys. Like, what is leading to this? Because she's not really addressing it in her conversation. She's not addressing it. She's just kind of like, oh, we love Andrew, blah, blah, blah. And obviously she's going to play nice because she still need people to continue to go to Zeus and sign up or go and continue to watch. Because if people really are there for Andrew, they may feel a way, right, about whatever he's trying to say happened. And so I do get when he's trying to go with this, but he's not saying, at least I'm not really hearing exactly what happened between them to make him want to leave. Now I know one of these blogs was saying something about S harassment, and so I don't know who he's trying to say was S harassing him. And we also know that Mr. Delivered is one of those people that kind of go in and out of his about if he's into women, if he's into men. And I think even in this interview, he was talking something about, dating women. So maybe he really didn't want to put all of that on the show. And they were like, no, you got to give us everything. Because it's kind of like how the Carry On situation, like Carry On was saying, how they kept pressing. They like brought these guys on there that are supposed to be straight, and they're on there pressing people about their sexuality. Like, why would you even do this show if you're trying to act like you have an issue with the LGBT community? It doesn't make sense, right? And clearly, you guys can coexist with them. You brought your behind on the show, right? So like it really don't make sense. But I think the whole point is because some people may have wanted to know about Carry On. Um, they thought they would take the opportunity to use that as a storyline, and then maybe they thought they can use that, take the opportunity to use that as a storyline with Andrew as well, right? Because Andrew, like I said, goes in and out. And another thing, and I don't have the picture in here, and I forgot to put the picture on there. I wanted to ask about Andrew is about him wearing his wedding set. Like you guys notice that he's wearing a wedding set. Now, when he's talking to Region A, he's saying that he's not doing anything with anybody. So I'm assuming he's not, or at least he's not willing to talk about it. But I was just kind of wondering about the rings. Now, so yeah, if you guys know like why he walked off or why he was put off, I don't know. Let me know because I kind of get the feeling it's something around that. Like he really didn't want to put all of that out like that, and they have these two guys on there pressing these guys about their sexuality. And that's what I don't agree with stuff like that. I believe the little male guy. I believe the guy, the CEO. I believe he's gay as well. And that's another thing. Like I was just saying in that video, they're always the one outing people, but then they want to do this whole homophobic thing. Like, what? Why is it okay for you to be homophobic? Just because you're gay, do not give you the right to now to get off into other people's business and put their business out there. I don't think that's right. That's just like me coming live every day to tell y'all who having an affair. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Couples that are married, men and women that are married. Like that's not my business to come on here every day telling y'all who's cheating with who and setting these guys up to put them out there like that. It's kind of the same thing to me. I don't think that it's appropriate for people to do stuff like that. And I think to me, and it's kind of the same thing. It's not. It's if Carry On should be comfortable to come out and say whatever it is that he wants to say. Even though I told you guys, I feel like he has told us already. Because if you're in his lives, if you've ever been live with him, you see that men and women flirt with him, and so he does. He's not. You know he's not treating anyone any different. He's going to respond to both people saying whatever to him. And so that kind of led me to believe that he was bi anyway. But that's for him to verbalize if he want to verbalize that. And that's not for other people to pressure him into doing that. And I feel like that's a form of bullying, okay, that they try to say goes on if it's coming from other people, but it's bullying when it's coming from you as well, whether you're in the LGBTQIA community or not. That's it, and that's all. But you guys can let me know if you know why Andrew walked off the show or if he was put off and why. Let me know in the comments. The other story that I wanted to get to, and I guess as we're on this whole topic, I'll go into the situation with Benzino that just came out. I think this came out yesterday. So I'm gonna play them from Ken and Barbie, and I'm assuming Miss Shauna posted this, or maybe she told somebody she had him recorded and they took the recordings from her. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not because somebody was trying to call the phone while I'm on here, and now it's acting a little different. But I'm gonna go on and play the clips, and then I'll come back.
Like, why can't you understand that? You don't fucking look bad, I do. You can never look bad. Because see, in this world, you ain't doing nothing wrong. It would be wrong if I did. Can't you get that through your head? You're not looking bad, Shauna. You're looking like a fucking chick. Hey, it's just a chick and she tried to fuck with a nigga. I'm looking wrong because what the fuck are you doing trying to fuck with a transgender?
So yeah, let's see what else. Okay.
Don't always, like a trans thing is always going to come up in certain ways, but it doesn't take away who you are and the qualities that you have. That's all I'm saying. So it's just that the world's not ready for that, because believe me, man, they would hop on me like a fucking, it would be, my father would disown me, it would be a fucking mess with me. See, Shauna, I'm just now adapting to this type of world. But who I was before, I'm like alpha male, you know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga. Now, yes, I'm saying this shit is all new to me, and I'm trying to be open-minded about it. But then I'm like, you start saying, wow, this is crazy because she looks, the way they got you looking, the way it's just, you know what I mean? Like, so, and it's not like I've even said, okay, well, let me go look at some other trans now. I haven't even looked at that. I haven't even done that. I love porn. I don't watch tranny porn. I don't watch gay porn. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm old in my ways. I'm a 55-year-old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, Daddy.
It is what
I'm gonna try not to be selfish. Okay, since you're saying I'm being selfish.
Yeah, because you're not thinking about me and what I could be going through. That's not fair. Because people are cruel and my world would be finished. I would be done. I wouldn't. What little I'm trying to get back now, what little I'm trying to get Zeno back into the thing now, I'd be done. Like, but that's not what the world's gonna think. They're gonna be like, man.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think people really care, to be honest. And I feel like Jocelyn put that out there anyway. Like when they were on Love and Hip Hop, and she was going through it with. It was after Ben, because remember, cut it out. Anyway, when Jocelyn and Stevie J was when they after it was, I think this was after they got into the fight with Benzino when he was dating. Who was he on dating? I think he was out there. I think she was on there, and that's who they got. Remember when they got into that fight and people were accusing Jocelyn and Stevie of all kind of stuff, but I'm not gonna get into. But that next season, Jocelyn said that Benzino hit her during that, whatever happened during that reunion. And then she started saying all this stuff about him. And then she started saying a lot of stuff about Stevie as well, because I think her and Stevie fell out as well. And she said that they were both into some LGBT lifestyle. Um, and, sometimes when people are saying things, there's some truth to it, and sometimes it's not. But I think that it's probably some truth to it. And I don't really care. I don't care. And once again, this kind of goes back to the whole thing of people putting other people's business out there. And yeah, I know people want to normalize just seeing these relationships and people doing whatever it is that they're doing. But I think it's a better way to go about it. It's a better way to create these communications. And, Benzino is somebody who also has already been very open about having emotional issues. And, he's clearly very temperamental. And I don't think that he's above hitting a woman. Okay. So I think people should be mindful of stuff as well. Um, and I'm not saying he's going to do anything to this person because I don't know if this person even put this out here. I'm not sure who put this out here. But, you can see how a lot of stuff kind of happens out here because people are just on their own agenda and they're not thinking about other people, right? I don't know. I don't know how this got out here. I don't think people really care. I think we are living in a different time. Like he said, he's 55. He's not used to people being okay with things like this, right? Even though people are okay with him doing whatever it is that he's doing, it's nobody's business. And I think that that's pretty much the attitude of most people. And hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, okay. Of most people today, like live your life as long as you're not hurting anyone, you know. And so it's probably something he's probably was coming from an honest place that he's not used to knowing that people are going to have that comfort level with whatever he's doing. And so I think that he was probably trying to be honest with her in that moment. Um, but yeah, I don't think anybody who was surprised to hear that. You guys could let me know how you feel about that story in the comments. And they're saying, everyone, all these blogs that were posting this were just saying these are exclusive videos of Benzino admitting to being attracted and having desires for Shauna. And Shauna is obviously transgender. Became infuriated when she got into the point that she wanted to take things public. So he got upset when she decided she wanted to take things public, and they fell out. Um, So yeah, I mean, if he wasn't comfortable to go into a public relationship, then you have to decide if you want the relationship. Like why do all of that? Why out people and make people, I don't know. I don't know. That's just, I guess, a bigger conversation that we just have to have, like somewhere else. I guess I'm probably not the person um, to host it, but yeah, I just think it's a bigger conversation, and I'm not really trying to have that right now, to be honest. Um, but yeah, I think that people have to be more mature than that. Like, you have to give people the right to, because that's just like anybody said. I don't mind seeing you, but I don't want you going around telling everybody that we're seeing each other, right? Like a woman could say that to some men say that to some women. And sometimes it's because people are married, and sometimes it's just they don't want certain things out for whatever reason the reason is. Um, and you're going to go along with the relationship, but then you're going to go against the honesty and, I mean, the trust that the person put in you, right? It's still the same conversation, right? Regardless of what type of relationship it is. And I don't know that I agree with her putting that out there, if she is the one who put this out there, because I'm not sure who leaked it or who put these recordings out there. Just because we see her in the video do not mean that she is the one who gave this to these blogs. So I want to be clear about that. I don't know if she is the one who did that. But let me know what you guys think about that. And then this other than last story that I guess I'm going to go on and get into is Oshay D Jackson out here talking about Kendra G is taking Kevin Samuel's style, or she's biting off of him First of all, Kevin Samuels is not the only person that's been out here talking about relationships. Other people have been talking about relationships for years, right? There are actual people who are real life licensed counselors who have these conversations as well and been having them for years. Kevin Samuels is not even qualified to even have a conversation about anybody's relationship any more so than anyone else. So therefore, when other people come and do the same thing, no one's biting him. Okay, that's my opinion. But I'm gonna let you guys listen into Oshay, and then you guys can let me know what do you think. If you guys are watching Singled Out, she has Singled Out and it's on Instagram, and she will normally post the days that she's going to go live and have these random conversations. But let me let you guys hear what O'Shea is saying. Oh, where did I do with the clip? I don't want to start it from. Oh, here is this it? Oh yeah, here it is.
With dating single moms, getting married without a prenup. Okay, chasing over women, simping over women, not having boundaries. Everybody's gonna say the same exact thing, but then why do content creators are they gonna have problems? Because of jealousy. Why he ain't watching my channel? Why she ain't watching my channel? And this is what Kendra G is doing. Kendra G had a problem with Kevin Samuels, but at the same time, she tells women and men the same thing. Oh no, you're too entitled. Oh no, you need to check this and that. I mean, I don't want to play it right now. I'll do reactions to it so you see it firsthand. But that's what's happening. And what's going on is people are so mad that they don't understand the business. I'm going to talk about that. People are very upset. Okay, people are very, very, very bitter. And in the Black community, a lot of times what we start to do, every human can do this, but what we try to do is we try to hate on what we don't understand. And so what happens is if somebody starts being successful with certain things, instead of trying to figure out how it works or what is the thought process behind it or what is this and what is that, we don't say that. We just start getting emotionally perturbed. We'll start hating on them. And then what we'll try to do is try to turn people against that person to bring them towards to us. And 100 out of 100 times, it never works. It never works because you're not offering the same either entertainment value, educational value, or you don't have the talent, or you just don't understand the business. Just like here on the continent of Africa, you will see people all the time. You'll see a furniture store across the street. You'll see another person get into the furniture business so they can set up a furniture store across the street. But then guess what? They figure out very soon they don't understand how the business works. So they're out of business. And this is like with Kendra G.
So yeah, so he's trying to act as if Kendra don't understand what she's doing. Like she's on a radio program and she is on Social Society, like I said. So clearly she has she has a background in what she's doing. Um, and like I said before, there's nothing that makes Kevin Samuels any more qualified to give his opinion on relationships than anyone else. We all know that, right? Like he just decided to come on YouTube, put his little Ray Charles suits on, put his little suits on, and set up his background, which is, he has a nice little background. So he got y'all thinking that he was somebody that he not. Right, and start acting as if he had the authority to tell people what they can and cannot or should not be doing in their relationships. But that's not even his background. And then he started doing this whole thing about personal experience and life, and that's everybody's story. We all have gone through things, so we're all as qualified as he is to talk about relationships. So Kendra G is as qualified as Kevin Samuels to talk about relationships. So I don't know what O'Shea is doing with that, but he says in the video as well, you guys can go over to his channel if you want to hear all that nonsense that he's talking. But he's talking for about 20 minutes, but he was saying that Kevin Samuels is kind of upset that she's kind of gaining ground, I guess, because her show is pretty popular. It's like I said, she will go live, I think, a couple times a week, or maybe more now since it's popular, right? And with random people, she will allow you to come on and just kind of say what it is you're looking for, and then the conversation kind of builds around that, right? And I think Kevin Samuel's setup is very different. What he does is critique you and go to try to tell you what you don't deserve, what you not go get, you go die alone, all these foolish talking points that he uses based on stereotypes and on what he thinks how someone's life should go. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to happen. And so I don't hear her talking like that. I've watched her show a few times, and I don't get that from her. So I don't even know why y'all are comparing her to Kevin Samuels. She talks to men and women, and she probably will talk to whomever, regardless of race and age and everything else. She just opens her line and she will go live with whoever is on there, and they just kind of talk about what that person is looking for. And that's kind of it. I don't hear her like down talking people or saying I could only talk to this kind of woman or only this kind of man. So they don't have the same setup. I think that hers is more realistic, and that's why they're mad, because she took a more realistic approach to having these conversations, and now she's doing well, and now he's mad because someone with a name, a brand already, even though a lot of people in other cities, in most cities may not know her. You probably know her if you're following her on social media or listening to her in your city. But I think she's known enough to where she can pull an audience for singles out. Um, and so he's mad. And he can stay mad. Like, you can't tell somebody what they can come on their platform and do. And I think that she will upload the videos here on YouTube. So you guys can look for that. But I do watch her when I watched her on Instagram. So I know for sure the show is over there. But let me know what you guys think about what Oshay is trying to say. And yeah, Kevin is not any more qualified to give anybody any advice about relationships. Like I said, she doesn't even come from that approach. They just sit there and discuss, like, well, do you think it's okay to feel like? Is that realistic for you to feel like that? Is that something? What's the deal breaker in all of that? Like, that's how she talks. She's not putting people down and telling people they can and cannot date and marry and all that nonsense. So it's a very different conversation. But let me know what you guys think about that story. Also about the Shauna Brooks and Benzino situation. I don't know if he's going to respond to it. More than likely, he won't. Because he's probably not going to, know how or what to say. And that, I don't know. I don't think that he's going to respond to, because like I said, Jocelyn had put that out there already anyway. Like, she had already said that about Benzino and Stevie J. And then it's been a plethora of hip hop blogs over the years. Some of them were on actual websites, who have said this about a lot of people in hip hop. So I don't feel like anyone should feel surprised about hearing that. I'm gonna say that again. And then let me know what you guys think. If you guys know what's going on between Andrew and Natalie Nunn, and Andrew, our guest, and Zeus Network. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.